Okay, made some changes and some additions. I've added the microfarad, or the 5, anyway, I've added the big capacitor in there. Actually helps with the inverter. Ran it through several tests earlier today, and kicking on the compressor on the refrigerator by itself, this struggled a little bit. And I mean, didn't really struggle, but it drew a lot of amps. It's 2,000 watts, 4,000 peak, and it just labored to get the thing going. Once it fired up, it was fine. But when I incorporated this, it was a much faster, more responsive start. So that's that. I'm gonna run that through a test here in a minute and show you. And the other thing is, I have to include. When I get my solar or my charger, I'm going to have to incorporate some fuses into this stuff. And right now, I don't have any fuses on anything. Everything's just straight wired, and you know, I can probably incorporate some fuses between the bus and the lead off of the battery. So I can probably put some fuse in here. Using from the solar panels. I just got to digging around the house to see what I can find, and well, I had this, and I've got these screw-in fuses. I've got 15 amp, 30 amp, so I think I'm gonna see if I can't try these. I know they're for AC, but I was noticing that in other fuses applications, this is a fast reacting fuse, so it should be pretty close. I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. If anybody has any thoughts on using a 15 amp AC fuse, what would that be equivalent to a 12 volt DC fuse? Or a 30 volt or a 74 volt DC fuse, because I'm going to run these at 74 volts. Another thing I learned today, I was going to get the Xantrax C40 charger, and I called and to get some more information on it. I found that PWM charge controller actually will not accept my panels very well. It will basically take a 230 watt panel, turn it into a 130 watt panel, and it just can't take that type of amperage and voltage. It looks more for like a 12 volt or 17 volt, 20 volt type of voltage versus an 8 amp at 32 volts. So that puts me back to getting the Outback, which is going to have to wait a little bit because it's a little pricey. I thought I could get a C40 as an entry level model, and then wait. At least I could start using the big panels until I could get the Outback. But I'm gonna have to order that. So, well, let me go hook up the refrigerator real quick, and then we're gonna turn this on and test it out. So right now it's not plugged in. I'll be right back. Alright, the refrigerator was running, and I unplugged it to plug it in here, so that's going to take just a little bit for it to equalize its pressures. So I'll finish going through what I used to install this. This is a couple of fence hardware off of an old fence that I had laying around, and clamped it on there. And let's see what else. Oh, right now we're at 12.7 because I was running the refrigerator a lot today with this, and I've only got my little Harbor Freight system and the two ones I made. So I wanted to make sure I recharged the battery bank up, so I'm using the battery charger to do that with at 2 amps. So that'll charge all night. All right, thank you. I'll look for the next video on the test for the refrigerator.